Let's make steamed blue crab with seasoned crab butter. Now, this recipe is tried and true. I love making it, and it's really, really easy also. This 40-ounce Dos Equis was on sale, so I got that instead of getting a six-pack. So all you want to do is open that up and put about an inch of it into your steamer. I think I might have poured an inch and a half just for good measure because it does steam off pretty quickly. Pour it in just like that. Next, you want to get a cap full of apple cider vinegar. Now, this is optional. I know everyone doesn't add apple cider vinegar, but I feel like it gets like the seafoody taste out of the crabs. And you only need a cap full, so go ahead and add that. But you do what you want. This is how I do them. And some people even use just water. I can't do that. I love the beer flavor, but whatever. You do what you want. Next, you just want to turn on your fire and get your crabs out. Mine are a little sleepy since they've been in the refrigerator, but they are still alive. Honestly, I prefer them this way. That way they're not jumping all out the pot and whatnot. I added a generous amount of Slap Your Mama seafood boil. You want to make sure all your little crabbies get some. Next, we're going to make the crab butter. I know everyone makes theirs different, but this is how I make mine. You just get a stick of butter, add you in some hot sauce, and be generous with it. Don't hold back. This ain't the store. I like to add in a teaspoon of brown sugar just to balance out the flavors. The dipping butter is absolutely the best part. I cannot have crab or seafood without it. And it goes good on like all seafood too, not just crab. I put in some Slap Your Mama. I added in some cayenne pepper, black pepper. I also added in a little bit of this hot honey. You can also use regular honey as well, but the hot honey has a little bit of a kick to it. Love that. It's also really good on pizza. If you know, you know. Put in some crushed red peppers, several other seasonings, including just the basic Cajun Creole seasoning. Lastly, I added in a little bit of paprika. And y'all, I almost forgot to add in the garlic. So I had to go chop up some garlic real quick and then throw that in there as well. But before I did that, I gave it a nice little stir. Then I went and grabbed my garlic. I think I only added about 3 cloves of garlic. They were pretty big, so I didn't really need too much. Chop that up real fine and then add that to my crab butter. I'm telling y'all, the garlic butter is what really, really makes this dish pop. So please don't forget it like I almost did. Once that's done, I checked on my crabs, and yes, they were done. They probably took about 7-8 minutes to steam, not long at all. And here comes the best part. Getting them fresh out the steamer and just going in is like the best part. Oh my God. I pulled out 3 of them. I only ended up eating 2 because I got full really fast. But I tore these jokers up. Do you hear me? Lastly, I squeezed on just a little bit of lemon right before I went in. And of course, I couldn't let a good beer go to waste, so I went ahead and drank the rest of the Dos Equis. I'm not a huge beer drinker, but I will dibble and dabble every once in a while. And now y'all can watch me mukbang these crabs. Girl, I socked these bitches up, ate the hell out of them. I'm glad I had my claw crackers. I mean business when I'm eating my crabs, for real. I was watching that Amazon documentary, Shiny Happy People. I might have to do a video on that because, oh my God, church people are fucking crazy, as if I don't already know that. But yeah, let me know if you try it.
IBLP is the abbreviation for the Institute of Basic Life Principles.
IBLP movement thought process. IBLP.
Is it IBLP?
Perfect.
IBLP. The IBLP.
IBLP.
IBLP. Oh God, there has never passed up an opportunity. My name is Josh Duggar.
All the Duggar children were steeped in Gothard's teachings, and Josh Duggar was no exception. And as he comes of age, he kind of steps into his own place in this world. His star just continues to rise.
And Josh and Aaron are with us in the studio. Cut in.
Cut in.
Any piece. Okay, that's all. Do you know what that means?
I think that means it's a go. We have decided to accept that job in DC.
It's not unusual or unexpected that someone who's like the golden boy of a reality TV show would also want to go into politics.
Hello, I'm Josh Duggar. 2 years ago, Josh accepted a high-profile job with the Family Research Council, a deeply conservative lobbying group devoted to promoting a Christian worldview.
You know, I was excited for them to get their own show. I felt like it was a good opportunity for them.